Hey, this is Cam with the West Central Montana Avalanche Center. We are out in the Rattlesnake Above Snow Bowl ski area on December 28th. We're finding about 4 inches of new snow, but fairly strong winds, and with that 4 inches of new snow, that's been transported into slabs along ridge lines about 8 to 12 inches deep. Other areas of the forecast zones, particularly Sealy Lake or the Central Bitterroot around Twin Lakes, where we saw a lot more snow and are seeing a lot more snow today, those slabs are going to be deeper. Identifying the problem, we often talk about digging snow pits to look for weak layers in the snowpack, and that can be a great tool. The problem is it's not always representative of wind-loaded terrain, and you don't want to expose yourself to that wind-loaded terrain necessarily to go get that data. So a great tool to use are small test slopes. Test slopes are small slopes representative of the terrain you are looking at, but free of any consequence. They've got a real short run out. They don't go into any terrain traps. And as you move across those, watch for anything like cracking or collapsing or small avalanches. And if you get those small avalanches on those test slopes safely, that's a real good indicator that in larger terrain, you're gonna see larger avalanches. So here we have an example of a test slope. This is a small slope with some wind-loaded snow. Free of any consequences, free of any terrain traps. That's very important if you're going to use test slopes to look for a new snow problem. But as we move across it, you can see that we were able to trigger a very small slab, and that is bullseye information that avalanches are likely in larger terrain. Holiday weekend with a storm, we're seeing a lot of use in the backcountry, and we're all in these upper elevation areas where this new snow is falling, and there's old snow, enough old snow for a base. So with that, we're in the areas where avalanches are most likely. If you just want to avoid the avalanche problem right now, there's great skiing and riding in sheltered terrain unaffected by the wind where those wind slabs have not formed. If you're in Sealy, you're in the Central Bitterroot, potentially around Lost Trail Pass, and we've got a foot plus of new snow, keep an eye out for storm slabs in that sheltered terrain, but those storm slabs should be smaller and manageable compared to the larger avalanches that are going to be possible in the more wind-affected, drifted in, slabby terrain. So with that, let us know what you're seeing this weekend, and ski and ride safe. I guess the caveat is we're going to see a lot of disparity in snow totals across all of our forecast areas. So if you are out in the mountains this weekend, let us know what you're seeing for snow totals. Help us kind of fill in the gaps between our weather stations and what this storm does. Ski and ride safe.